I just got back from watching Kung Fu Panda 4, and it was good. It wasn't the best, but it was pretty good. I know I'm a little late to the party watching Kung Fu Panda. I know a lot of people watched it in theaters and all that, but I think it was finally time that I watched it because Kung Fu Panda is like one of my favorite movie sagas in the DreamWorks era of movies, whatever you call it. Because it's pretty good. I liked it. I love it a lot. So Kung Fu Panda 4, now if I was to compare with the other ones, I wouldn't say it's better than 3 or even 2, but it is pretty good. It's pretty good. Basically, Kung Fu Panda 4 is just a continuation of 3 to a certain extent. The pandas are there with Po, his dad and his other dad there was too. Um, and basically, Po is not the Dragon Warrior anymore. Now he's like the spiritual, so he's basically Uguay in Uguay's position now. And his entire thing is to like find a new Dragon Warrior to replace him. That he has to choose it. And I think that's a cool thing. So, the villain in this, and actually, I think the villain right here, I think it's way better than Shen because Shen is actually one of my favorite Kung Fu Panda villains out there, and I think just by the chameleon's power alone, I think this he might even be like my favorite because her powers is shape shifting. Now, for me, shape shifting is really cool. If I also choose a power, like any power I want, for like a week, I'll probably do shapeshifting because that's really cool. I love shapeshifting. And the way that she uses shapeshifting in this movie is honestly pretty cool. I liked it. It's like what I think shapeshifting is. And that's also probably why I play Shang Tsung as my main in like Mortal Kombat games. But that's not the point. But her being a shapeshifter was honestly mind blowing to me. I wasn't expecting to be for her to be a shapeshifter. But it was cool. Every scene that she shapeshifted, I loved it a lot. I was hooked. I was hooked on that feeling. You know, so it was good. I loved it. And also like a lot of duos. Well, there's only like two duos in this movie, and I think they did really good. It was Poe and Jen, who is also played by Aquafina. I know who she is. Not know her personally, but I know like I know her other movies. So it was Poe and Jen, and also frick, what's his name? Ping and Poe's actual father. And I think those two duos were pretty cool. Like throughout the movie, they were good. Um, so I loved the story. I loved it. It was pretty good. I was hooked on it. I was laughing ever so often, um, and seeing that like there were so many like so many like new old faces there. Seeing like Tai Lung or seeing my boy Zhen or seeing Kai there in the movie was pretty cool. So like in the ending of the movie, she basically takes all their souls and she becomes like this ultimate warrior who has the souls of everybody. Basically Shang Tsung, but Kung Fu Panda. That's basically what she is. She's basically Shang Tsung. So she took all the souls and now she's like the ultimate uh, army, one man army, and then they gotta fight her and all that. And just her power alone makes it amazing. It's honestly very amazing. Now there is like a couple of bad things in this movie. Well, it's not really in the movie. There was like only like one thing in the movie that I just did not like, but there was also like another thing that includes like the other movies and how it's not really as high expecting or like as good as like the previous three movies because when it came to Kung Fu Panda, it's like John Wick. Each Kung Fu Panda got better and better, with one and then two being better than one, and maybe even three just being a slightly bit better than two. But I love two the best. Two is my favorite Kung Fu Panda movie ever, but three being a little bit better than two. So you would expect four to be as good as three, but honestly, it wasn't even as good as two, and not even as good as three. But to be honest, I think it was a little bit better than one, but it wasn't like it's like slightly a little bit better than one. It just wasn't as like I was expecting much more in four, but it just wasn't there. Um, so I think what makes it very underappreciated and all that, like I saw a lot of complaints about this, Twitter, social media, Google reviews, all those things, is how the Furious Five was just not in the movie, like they were just not existed in the movie, except for like except for like the end credits. But throughout the actual movie, they just weren't there at all. And honestly, yeah, it sucks. I love the Furious Five. I think the Dragon Warrior Poe and the Furious Five are like a very good like team. They're a very good team together. They're a very good team together. Um, so it's not seeing Tigress and Tigress, Monkey, Mantis, all of them. It just wasn't as like hype and all that because the Furious Five were in all of them. That's what makes Kung Fu Panda. Kung Fu Panda. You need Poe and the Furious Five, and if you don't have the Furious Five, then what the freak do you have? It's kind of sad. It's like Breaking Bad, but just like this one episode in Breaking Bad where you just don't see like Jesse at all. Like it just doesn't feel right. It feels like they're missing, and that's what it is. The Furious Five was just not in the movie. That was non-existent. Now I think Jen, Aquafina's character was good. Like I'm not saying that she sucked at the movie. She freaking preyed on the downfall and all that. But she's not the Furious Five, and the Furious Five is basically what makes the makes Kung Fu Panda Kung Fu Panda. But seeing someone different. I mean, I like it when movies do things differently. Like they don't always want to do the same thing over and over again. It gets really boring, repetitive, which is why Fortnite updates almost every single week. But other than that, it just doesn't feel right. Like the Furious Five is basically part of Kung Fu Panda. Now I'm good that they kept Poe in it. If there was no Poe, there's no Kung Fu Panda. Like what the frick do you have there? But it's just they were just missing though. Now they had like very weird reasons like why they weren't like canonly reasons why they weren't in there, and basically the reason is that they were on a big mission. Like in the first like 20 minutes in the movie, somewhere around there, Poe explained like why the Furious Five wasn't in there, and that makes sense, but that's just a little so. This movie was good. Like it was good. Like as a movie alone, like if there wasn't the previous three, as like Kung Fu Panda 4, like it was a honestly very entertaining movie. Like I would watch it probably 2 times if I wanted to. This is a very good family movie too as well. But if you compare it to the other Kung Fu Panda movies, it just wasn't as good. It just it's just like it was very like bad. It was like a filler episode, if you could say. Like it wasn't a bad filler episode. It's really good. I love Kung Fu Panda 4. But it just wasn't as good as the previous three movies, and that's just what makes it a little underwhelming. But as a movie alone, it was good. So if I was to rate this out of 10, it will probably be a very good 7 out of 10, maybe even a 7.5 out of 10 between those numbers and all that. Like it was an entertaining movie. I was hooked. I wasn't sleepy. I wasn't on my phone going to Instagram to see what's new. It was really good. Like it was entertaining, and if I had like my family members or even my friends here, probably would have been better. But that's just how it is. So yeah, Kung Fu Panda 4, good movie, just could have been a little bit better. And yeah, thanks for watching.